quick bit of history. This is the old ATEX gauge, so intrinsically safe, zone 0. This was certified back in 2001, I think, so it's had a good run. It's very much of the old traditional Cygnus gauge style with a red LED kind of display, and it just took multiple echo readings. It's very basic, but kind of a lot of people used it because of its simplicity. It's got this kind of torch-shaped design, and it was very, a lot of people like it. It's similar to our diver held gauge and our heavy-duty gauge. We'd used this for many, well, perhaps 30 years. So when we decided many years ago we need to update and have a new EX gauge, this is kind of a hard act to follow in its ruggedness and the fact that it just takes measurements. So kind of quite early on we thought, well, if we've got to make an EX gauge, we might as well put lots of features in it because it's expensive to design and certify, and you might as well have a bigger screen and all these things on. So this is how we've ended up with what you see in front of us. It's to replace this, and this is a weighty kind of chunky bit of kit. So we've tried to, and I think we pretty much succeeded in making something that's just as rugged and just as strong. But it's also got some kind of more interesting features on it. Traditionally, Cygnus only used single crystal probes and use 3 echoes, and you match the echoes and you've got a thickness measurement. We've now got the ability to put twin crystal probes on there, as well as single element probes. So you can do very basic multiple echo measurements with this gauge. You don't have to have an A scan, you don't have to have data login or a B scan. It can just be basically a single crystal probe, multiple echo, exactly the same that this does. Turn it on, and there's a big number, and you get a measurement. So that's a starting point. Then if you are finding, as some people would have done, on heavy corrosion, heavy backwall corrosion or things like that, that they can't get measurements, which is always a limitation of this, you can then take a twin crystal probe and then look at one back wall echo for heavy corrosion. And this gauge will do that. You can also add an A scan there, so you can look at the A scan and you can verify that measurement. You could then say, well, I want to start logging my measurements. So you could put data login on there. You can then start logging your measurements, including that A scan. And you can log your multiple echo measurements as well. So you can log them as just simple lists, or you can do a 2D grid, and then you can go down that grid in any direction you want. You can go down and along or up and left. So there's 16 different combinations of how you go around the grid, depending on how you want to do that. And then if you want to do another layer, so you want to do grids on different levels, so you can do a third dimension to data login as well. So we've got a comprehensive data login, and you can enable different amounts of this. So if you just want a simple gauge, we just do a single backwall measurement and data login, you can have that, or you can have all the other features. So we've enabled the features to be switching on and offable, if you like, selectable. You can also take a B scan with it. So the update rate of the gauge varies from 4 Hz up to 32 Hz. So if you've got a twin crystal probe, you can get 32 updates a second, which makes it a bit more lively when you're looking around for a backwall echo or doing some measurements. And again, when you're B scanning, you can get this 32 Hz update on the B scan. Also, we've got a Bluetooth connection in there, and we've also got a serial port on the back. So all this data logging records and B scans you can get out to Siglink, kind of make a report out of them as well.